I love the title of this video. Only, wait, whoa! Only losers.
In case you guys missed it, we died in World of Warcraft. You know, and I was about to say a lot about this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was pissed. At first, we died, and I was like, my bad.
Too loud.
Right? It is what it is. I died. Shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 blah. Then I, like, dove deeper into it, and I actually watched, probably out of the 39 different people's perspectives,
Hi, Beth.
I watch probably like 30 people's perspectives. These people are the biggest. And again, remember I said this before. I said these WoW players are pussies, right? And they all cried to me. Remember? When I called, during the Yamato thing, I said, you guys are all pussies. You weren't jumping in anyway. And they were like, well, don't call us pussies, bro. No, you don't know. What you layered? Like,
I like that voice.
Absolutely.
That's like my voice.
pussies.
I do.
I told myself I wasn't gonna crash out. I'm about to crash out. Like I made a whole
Crash out. Crash
notepad of
out.
exact timestamps of what I've done. I'm better than that. It was some of the most degenerate
The
shit
thing is, didn't he call everyone pussies? Like, what do you mean? He's always the one calling people pussies, is he not?
I've ever seen in my life.
Just saying.
First of
just
all,
saying.
like obviously
I'm just
nobody listened to the
observing.
call. There were a couple good people that did listen to the call. Whatever. Was it a bad call? I don't think it was necessarily. It was 100% late. Yes. But
He's
that is
smiling.
late, you stupid degenerate WoW players.
No, but the thing is, you can't. It was a little bit late of a call, so it's hard to want everyone to commit to that. But I do think some people, like, I think the melee people should have listened. Like, they're already kind of gone.
Raid leading, that is the point of a new player even raid leading. To cause bad situations. Right? And if you just see a bad situation and you're like, that, I'm not following, it's a bad call, what is the point of even having new people raid lead if you're just going to say them? Nobody wants to sit there and watch you disgusting sweats min-max
core this is kind of true, though.
Straight. That's why nobody watches in the first place.
I mean, right? The thing is, they want to see his perspective of him raid leading, but obviously you don't want to just like suicide the whole raid. He's not the main character. I mean, but he kind of is in a way, but I don't think he should be that mad. I mean, I understand why he's a little bit like I mean, think of if you're him, you're new to the game, you're not familiar with the mechanics, even though like he did put in a lot of effort to like prepare and stuff. I mean, you make a call and no one responds to the call, that kind of feels like shit. Ever had the bomb kind of effed up? Well, the thing with the bomb, they didn't have the boss in the right positioning. It was pretty much Maui either blows up and dies and like kills himself, or he goes to that spot and gets people killed. So I mean, most people aren't going to choose themselves to die, right? I kind of agree with this point. Else have Ampy, tank, and raid lead. It'll be smooth and not nearly as entertaining. Me too. Like, I mean, I get why. Like, don't you guys want it to be up and stuff, and like, don't you want something kind of entertaining and different? You just want like a perfect sweat raid. You also can't expect him to raid lead and be a sweat. Like, you can't expect him to raid lead like Ampy would. He's not a sweat. It's his first time raid leading, which is, by the way, I feel like raid leading is so hard, especially you're playing and you're calling out this crap at the same time. That's a lot, and he put in a lot of effort. Like, I'm sure he didn't mean to like go so hard on everyone, but he was just clearly he was just like thinking with his emotions and stuff, you know? Like, he felt betrayed, I think. Well, at least I would feel betrayed. Okay, but the thing is, I don't think any of these people roached, though. They just didn't really listen. I understand why they didn't listen, because they're gonna probably... No, but they should have listened. I feel like they should listen to the raid leader. Like, imagine Soda tells us to do something and no one listened. I think the biggest thing is just the positioning of the boss, because it was positioned properly, then the whole bomb thing wouldn't have happened, because they'd be able to do it in the right spot. I think it just seems like not many people listen to him. I just feel shitty. Like, I'm just thinking, like, imagine I was a raid leader and I made a call, like I said something and no one listened to me. That's like getting ignored. That feels like shit. Even if it is like the bad call. Okay, I actually don't see, okay, change my mind, like I'll listen. But how is it so bad of a call when the boss is 1600 HP? Because isn't that just like one auto or something, like one ability? Hunter not autoing.
Bro, she I don't know how this. She just stops autoing. Not autoing. Look at her character just like standing there.
I don't think she realized though. We have to remember that not everyone's a sweat, and not that we should criticize anyone, but you should be criticizing like the sweats, because they're sweats, right? So they should be at the top. Like if you're a sweat and you're not at the top, like what are you doing? Okay, wait, let me see. This is the apology. Okay, it's nice to see that at least he took accountability, because I do think like just a game.
Not apologize for is.
Wait.
But I will say this. I do apologize for the people I crashed out on. That was way out of line. I know better than that. 100%.
You skipped some of it?
Pulling their names up on stream. I am a father now. I apologize completely.
Oh, yeah.
That I cannot do that. I actually can't do that. That's just really cringe, and I apologize for that.
Okay. That's
calling out all those people. That's wrong. What I do not apologize for is my take on that call in that dungeon or in that raid. Absolutely not, bro. It is what it is. I would think about it. No, I do not. I think that is not the best call, but that is a call. I don't think it's even a bad call.
All right. I mean, at least he apologized. Obviously, he's not going to apologize for the call. I feel bad for Waz because Waz, low key. No, but this is when I'm kind of okay. Let me make this big. Like watching these things, it's like if one person just stayed, like before you left, if you just hit it once and then left, like it would have been dead. Because I mean, this is Waz and he's taking like, he's there for so long.
Stood in. Maybe I'm not be mad that he ran at the end. Probably if everybody 100% plants their feet, runs, whatever. He stood in, bro. Congrats.
Oh my god, I'm actually dead.
Do you think Waz knew he was gonna die? Okay, at first, when this first happened, I was definitely like, I was team like, all right, this is like a greedy call, this is a bad call, but okay, it's just, it was so low. So I understand why he wanted them to stay. But then again, okay, but then remember, now I'm thinking again, remember when Soda showed that clip at the meeting saying like why you shouldn't do this?
Here, Baron is 3% health. The raid leader has called to stay in. Just finish the boss. Just soak the damage. It's not a big deal. It's gonna die if we all stay in and kill it. Some people left, but the raid leader told them to stay in.
No way.
They did not kill him. Now you can see what happened.
No.
In this situation, we're everyone back out.
But this is so low. It's so low.
You're an absolute god. I'm death wishing. Big heals on me. Big heals. Death wishing. Big heals on me.
Okay. So this is fine. 17.
Big heals on me! Big heals on
And,
this guy's
okay.
Like, just vibing.
When you're supposed to run, it's at like 8%. Is that really a bad call to say, hey, let's just kill it right now? Is that necessarily that bad? I guess he should have been saying it right now, but technically, like, I don't really see that. I guess I do understand. It is hardcore, so you should play safe. You should play safe because it's hardcore. But the thing is, it's just, I think what it really comes down to is it's a late call. If you see the Inferno, you're gonna think, okay, it's time to run away, which is totally fine. And then they tell you to go back in.
Just chilling. You can't listen! He has
Okay, I actually, now I see it. It's just too late of a call. It's just way too late of a call. He needed to be calling it like right here. Like he should have been like, stay, like just kill it. Like, let's finish it right now. If you're out as a melee, you already won't go back in, or else you pulled a Pika. Okay, well, so you're pretty much saying that if you're already out, you can't go back in if you're melee, right? 7 to 4%, why not? In his mind, he's popping his stuff. That's true. He should have pre-called it. I mean, he should have definitely called it sooner, but I guess it was kind of in the moment. But that's okay. Back to what Thirsty said. It's the position. The bad positioning is also a problem, though. If you're supposed to say it early, when are you supposed to say it? Just wondering. Like, what, at the start? Like, hey, guys, if we get it really low, let's just stay in the pulse? Like, what do you say about, like, how do you call that before the Inferno starts? Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think he should have been making the call, like, is that 13?
This guy's
Like, right here is when he should have been making, he's screaming, like, big heals on me, but this is when he should have been, like, guys, we're finishing this. Like that's what he was saying. He should have been saying.
Like, just vibing, just chilling. You can't listen,
Bro. I'm sorry, bro. Wow, he is just chilling. He's just like, I'm gonna feel this thing. His comms are kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Like you don't listen. But it's kind of sad because I mean, his comms are so like desperate, and this isn't it's not bad to be desperate. Like, you know, like he was fighting for his life. I don't know. And again, he's not a sweat, so we can't expect him to be. We can't hold him to the standard that he should be making the perfect calls and everything he's doing is like, that's the right call, because he's not. I think the core problem is the positioning and the timing. And I don't think we should be calling people roaches though. Like that's one thing I don't really agree with. They didn't really roach. They just were playing safe. Now, if he called it, where is that? At the timestamp when the pulse starts, like when it's at the. Okay, it's at 10% right now. It might be hard to see, but so it's at 10%.
This guy's spot like.
This is when he should have been making the call, and the call probably doesn't happen till.
Just vibing, just chilling.
Hold on.
You can't listen. He has this. By the way, this is the add-on. He has this huge icon that is telling him Inferno damage.
No, like
move
he's
away,
telling them to finish it like 10
that.
seconds later. So you can understand why people's didn't. It's just too late. It's just too late. People still should have listened. I mean, the thing is, look at when he's calling for the call, though. Hold on.
Here's what it is. Bro, he starts to run, says it, plants his feet. This is screaming at him to run.
I mean, okay. I think these, no, but I don't know, because they're getting hit by this shit. Like, some of these people, like, for example, Ozzy, he's like, Alondo, he's like 40% HP. Doesn't he die if he goes back in? I mean, I would have listened because I would be clueless and I'm just going to listen to whatever is told to me. But also, I wouldn't be as... I definitely think the least people to blame, not that we really blame anyone, but it's not really the healers. Where the healers come to fault is because they weren't dispelling. That's the only thing we can really blame the healers for. Otherwise, because there's not much the healers could have done here. The healers, like, we can't say, like, oh, they should have been wanding, because, I mean, the healers aren't really... They don't need to do damage. That's the DPS's job. I feel like some of these people that are running out now, like, these melee, I feel like they would have stayed if the call was made sooner, don't you think? Because at this point, when he's making the call...
Stood in. Maybe... I'm not be mad that he ran at the end. Probably if ever...
By the time he makes the call, they can't go back in or else they die. And the thing is, like, do you think they should go back in and die? I don't know. I feel like there's no correct side to this. It's just like bad positioning and late call. Hey, what is this? Gordon?
Raid leading first time is I'm going to make stupid calls. That is the whole point.
True.
Why would anybody ever raid lead as a first timer if 30 people are just going to leave when they make a call anyway? Who is ever going to raid lead? Why would a new player ever do that when he's just going to get griefed by 30 people? The point of me raid leading was to make stupid calls.
That's valid.
What I'm saying.
But the thing is, it's too late. It's way too late. And I don't think you should listen to a suicide call. I actually, like, it was too late by the time he made the call.
All I know is I thought you never saw me, why don't you try? Tell me that you want me, Look in my eyes, yeah, I can't stop thinking about you, there's just something about you.